Hello, Oracles. Oracle Tim here from Oracle Investments. Well, we had a bit of a sell-off today after our monster run-up in Tesla yesterday, but officially the Santa Claus rally is over. So what does that mean going forward? Well, the next couple of days, the market is going to be trying to find itself. Well, we had bond yields climbing rapidly today to 1.649%. They're kind of anticipating to seeing it pop over 1.77% because at that point, that is, I think, going to make the market freak out a bit. Now, when bond yields rapidly climb like this, that's where we see high growth stocks tumble, as we did today with the Nasdaq coming down 1.3%. We saw this similarly last year in February. Middle of February, we had a skyrocket of bond yields and the Nasdaq came crashing down. This is where Tesla went from, all-time highs at the time of $900 down to $525 at its low. Now, will this continue to go up? Only time will tell on this. Still kind of seems like the market is trying to find itself for the year. I know we have CPI data coming out on January 12th, and it may be a situation where the market is pricing in or starting to price in interest rate hikes. So we may see some uncertainty over the next week or so. This is kind of what I was pointing out over the last month of, the first week or two of the year could be a little bit rocky. We may get some great buying opportunities. And I think at this point, the market has been pricing in higher inflation. So we'll see what the reading comes in out on January 12th. Next week for sure will tell us whether they're going to be pricing in high inflation leading up to it, or if we're going to be waiting for the day that CPI comes out before the market decides to react on it. So we'll see how it plays over the next week, but I can definitely see some uncertainty and some volatility playing over the next week or so. Now, when it comes to specific stocks, today we definitely saw a bit of a sell-off with Tesla down a little over 4%. Totally natural. We discussed it yesterday. You go up 13.5%, especially when you have as many options trading as you were bound to have a bit of a sell-off with some profit taking. I know several of you on here I was discussing with did just that. Some people play it short term. Some people I know will play Tesla with a portfolio with long-term shares, and then they have a short-term share portfolio. Tesla does swing quite a bit still, so some people like to play it that way. Especially if you're playing options. You can make some great profits that way. I personally do not. I do not have the experience with options, but it's something I would like to learn. And while we did come down today, we dipped at the low point at about 5%, so I added about $60 to my portfolio for Tesla. And I believe I'm going to be increasing mine to $15 a day and $15 for every percent that it drops. I just see so many good things coming for Tesla in the future. My current financial situation has allowed me to invest more, and so I'm going to do that because playing Tesla for the next 10 years, I want to get as much money in now as I can. And as far as what's going to happen with Tesla tomorrow, let's talk about it. We had 13.5% up yesterday, 4.5% down today. Tomorrow, we have GM releasing their Silverado EV. So could this potentially be a situation where, GM does well and Tesla sells off a little bit more? It could happen. I know GM ran up a bit today on their numbers despite them actually not doing well. I don't know. Reading through their financial statements on their release is a lot of, to me, fluff, and they try to hype up themselves. Maybe I'm too much of a Tesla fanboy to see it objectively, but just to me it seems like when Tesla releases their news, it's here's the facts, this is what happened. GM is more like here's the facts that we want you to know, and the rest you can figure out on your own. So either way, they're releasing it tomorrow. I'm excited either way because I'm a fan of the world going EV. So if GM's going to put their foot forward with it, congratulations, you're making the effort. We'll see if this plays out well. As we know, the Bolt has been recalled and not been in production since September, so hopefully they'll do a better job with the Silverado. And now, some good things that could come out of this. If, for some reason, Tesla sells off a little bit more tomorrow, we do have that gap from Monday down to 1081. Maybe we fill it, maybe we don't. But if we're going to sell off a little bit more tomorrow because of the Silverado excitement coming out and some shorts coming into play, and then we have Austin news coming at the end of the week. We don't know what day. We don't know what the news is. It's just a rumor of huge news. So, wondering if we do come down and we fill that gap at 1081, that could be an amazing buying opportunity, because if the Austin news comes out and it's something, we're kind of anticipating that production has started officially. If that comes out, could be good. If they have something more than just production starting, we can see an explosion in the stock price. I think if the news comes out that they have started production, it's going to be exciting. We'll definitely see an uptick in the stock. Probably won't push us to all-time highs. Who knows? But if it does begin that upward trend, that could be a great start running us into Q4 earnings. And now if they announce something super crazy like the Cybertruck is going to start production soon, or 4680 batteries are starting production soon, you can definitely anticipate a huge run up in the stock. I personally would love to see that, of course. Realistically, I don't know. I'm just going to be holding on, waiting with bated breath to see what's going to happen, and I will obviously share it with you guys on Twitter as soon as I know. So if you guys haven't followed me on Twitter yet, follow me at OracleTim1. That's where I can post the latest information to you guys as soon as possible. And so my general thought process, just to put it all together collectively, would be we see a little bit of either softening more or flat for the stock for the next couple of days. Austin news gets announced. We see a run up in the stock. Next week, we see a bit of volatility with CPI data. CPI data comes out. We may see it just go flat, or if the CPI data and the inflation comes in as expected, we might see a boost in the stock again. Perhaps we get Berlin news either end of next week or beginning of the week after, and that is what is going to kick off the catalyst and the run up into Q4 earnings. As of right now, that is my anticipation schedule as to what's going on. I still have a good chunk of cash on the sidelines right now, waiting to see what's going to happen over the next week and a half. Because if we see something significant pull the stock down for an unnecessary reason, I will probably invest more heavily into it, because just going into Q4 earnings, it's going to be nuts. Let me know in the comments below. Did you add to your Tesla stock position today? How do you think Tesla stock is going to trade over the next couple of days? And what news do you think we are going to get out of Austin? Thank you all so much for being here. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. Again, I am on Twitter at OracleTim1. I will see you guys in the morning. Have a great one.